It's now time for interactive segment. If you have your tablets and phones, get them ready and send that tweet and Facebook to Marian Tourist Shoes here. Hey, what's up? You look good in that. The combination is sweet.
Ah, thank you.
Who is your designer? Who are you wearing?
Yes, who am I wearing? Exactly. I'm wearing Maju Design. How about that?
Oh dear, that's nice. So what's trending?
So many things are trending, but today we're focusing on how social media actually treated all the demonstrations and the role, in fact, that social media played in mobilizing people for demonstrations. And the way forward, is that the new way of activism? And that's what we're talking about today.
Okay.
Thank you. Wherever you are, welcome to your most interactive half hour on television. And my name is Marian Toure. Before I go into the meat of what we are talking about today, I'll announce all the social media tools that you need to get in touch with JN Interactive. You find us facebook.com/joynews-on-TV. Like our page first, then you can comment on all the posts we put there, and then I'll amplify your voice by sharing what you're sharing live on this show. We are on Twitter. We tweet at joynews-on-TV, at JN Interactive GH, and I tweet at MN Toure. All these three Twitter handles are ready to retweet your thoughts and share what you're sharing. You can send us an email, joynewsim@multitvworld.com. Our WhatsApp number remains 054-0109-009. And JN Interactive is where tech meets news to set the agenda. So let's begin. Ghana has experienced a wave of demonstrations this year alone. There was the Occupy Flagstaff House, there was Red Friday, and Red Friday is still ongoing. And then organized labor followed suit with the mother of all of them yesterday. You see, many people think social media has degenerated over the years, if I can call it that, as nothing good seems to be put on it. However, a group of people found a special way to use that medium to seek redress for the many grievances they had. From Accra to Bole, London, through Istanbul to New York City, Ghanaians and non-Ghanaians alike heard of the different demonstrations that rocked this country. Well, there are others who think that social media ratings and rantings and ravings do not benefit the country because organizers do not offer solutions to the issues that have been raised. So today on JN Interactive, we are asking you, did you feel the vibe of all the demonstrations on social media, and did that have any effects at all on the demonstrations the way that they went? And I also want to find out, is social media the best way to start a movement that seeks to actually bring change? Before we go, though, I have a resource person on the line to actually talk us through some of it. But let's get, you know, on this interactive platform, some of the stuff that happened, you know, on social media, and I'll take you through them. I hope that they will show up right now, and I'll take you through them. First of all, BBC was actually reporting what was also, you know, on social media, and BBC says Ghana protests over high cost of living. They gave it 7, and that thousands protest against rising costs of living, and that is what you can see how BBC treated that. Al Jazeera also took it up, and that was organized Flagstaff House. It's actually a wake-up call for all of us, and you can still see Al Jazeera there with people holding their placards, making you actually understand what is going on, the feel of everything. And this is actually on myjoyonline.com, pictures that were trending of people wearing red everywhere, a horse in Ethiopia, and everything like that. Some placards, we are suffering in this country, and all of that. And this was Twitter and results of organized labor demo. You can see all the trends that are falling, some of the pictures on Twitter as well there that you can see on your screens right now. It's amazing how social media actually treated all of this. It's but then at this particular moment, I have a social activist on the line, social media activist, and he's in the person of Nehemiah Atiga, and he's coming to help us understand the craze, the social media craze. Hello, Nehemiah. Good evening. Welcome to JN Interactive.
Thank you, Marian. How are you doing?
I'm fabulous. How are you too?
I'm good.
Thank God. First, I would like to ask you and for you to educate us on how effective social media was in getting this message across, both organized Flagstaff House, Red Friday, and also the Occupy, the demonstrations that labor movement had, yesterday.
Okay, now if you look at what happened with labor movement and you look at what happened with Occupy, you realize that the labor movement was larger. Largely because we were organized. And then when you look at Occupy, you just had people from all walks of life who were just on social media who got wind of the fact that some people wanted to protest and occupy Flagstaff House and joined in. In a matter of a few days, you had what? You had more than 500 people showing up at Occupy Flagstaff House. And that just tells you that how to organize people, recruit them, more or less even train them, and then get them to do things. The main thing is that social media thrives if the leaders understand how to use their tools. Once they do that, then they are able to get people to understand what they have to do, what's expected of them, and have them go out there. Then again, you have the negative bits where you have officials and using and trying to follow people who were on who started the whole thing and maybe clamp them or victimize them. But truth is, anyone who underestimates social media for activism is living in the Stone Age. Look at what happened in Tunisia and Egypt. They just used social media to organize people and communicate their cause to them. And once they bought into the cause, they got onto the street to fight for their rights or whatever they wanted to happen.
It appears that social media has become very intrusive, that everywhere we are in our lives, it actually permeates everything that we do. Help us understand the impact on our daily lives.
Okay, if anybody asks me what was social media or what social media does, I'll always say that it's an extension of your life. Now, if something is an extension of your life, it means that whatever you are interested in is what you're going to pursue on social media. So if I'm interested in fashion, I'll be signed up to maybe pages on Facebook that has to do fashion and follow the trends. If I'm interested in cars, if I'm interested in sports, and so anything. And then again, if I'm interested in sharing news, social media allows you to share anything quickly. So if I took a selfie right now and shared it on Instagram, it's integrated to my Facebook and my Twitter. Immediately, I'm just letting people know where I am. And so they are more or less living inside my life, or they are part of my life. And so it depends on who you are and what you're interested in. Once you understand that, then you open up yourself to the world. If you don't understand it and you're still using it, then sometimes you make mistakes that you're not supposed to do. So you see people putting lewd pictures and things like that.
Right.
That is pretty irresponsible, but those are the downsides to all of this.
Before you go, though, what do you see as the future of social media vis-a-vis traditional media?
Well, I think as it stands right now, the future of social media or traditional media will still, some bit of it will still be dependent on social media as well, because as time goes on, the number of users grow, the number of smartphones grow, even people are getting news by USSD technology, even those with phones that are not smart. So there's no way you can ignore social media if you're practicing traditional media. And you tend to get your news out there globally faster if you use social media. You tend to get quick responses when it comes to engagement if you use social media. So the future of social media is huge, and you get more people on there. And trust me, if there was another protest that was driven from social media from scratch here in this country, and there was enough time put to it, it will be bigger than maybe the TUC protest. Yeah.
So in your opinion, social media is here to stay. It is part of us. It's like the air that we breathe.
I mean, someone like me wakes up in the morning, and even before I pray, I'm picking up my phone. So yeah, that's like, and I'm checking, I'm going on sports sites and checking my WhatsApp and checking Twitter and checking Facebook. And so, and there are a lot of people like me.
Right. Thank you very much, Nehemiah. Okay, sure. Thank you very much, Nehemiah, for these insights that you have shared. And that was Nehemiah Atega, who is actually a social media activist, helping us understand the role that social media played in mobilizing people to go and stand out there and rant, if you can call it that, and call for accountability from leaders here. Let's take a blog, but in this one we're asking what you think. Is social media an effective tool in mobilizing people? You've heard Nehemiah Atega's version. What are the other Ghanaians also telling us on this particular subject? Let's take a video blog.
Well, anyway, yeah, they played a very important role because we had so many messages, and even when the socialization, when they were having it, they were following for all those around. They got to know that that is what is happening in the country. So I think they did well.
A lot of people are now connected to the social media. We have access to the internet and all that. So whatever information that you want to transmit, is that with the help of the social media, I think you get all what you want.
I think so, because just taking WhatsApps and then this Facebook, for example, and these people send messages, and whenever I read those messages and stuff, so at least you get things, better things from those stuff, and then you can use at least just cater for yourself. So I think it's good.
It's a good tool for mobilizing people, because sometimes if you want to send information out there, you know, in this modern Ghana, everybody is on social media, talking about Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. So it's a good tool of sending information to everybody.
Social media is an effective tool for mobilizing people, because through that, communication, information is being disseminated throughout the whole country for people to know what is going on. So it's an effective tool.
So welcome back. That is what all of you are thinking about that. Let's take some comments that are trending on social media. The precursor is already set. And the question for today was whether you felt the vibe on social media, and did that have any effect on the demonstrations at all? Is social media the best way to start a movement that seeks to bring change? So you have been sending in your comments in. The first one today is coming from Mbo. Mbo says, Marian, under no circumstances should we underestimate social media. If anybody wants to do so, he or she should ask the people of Egypt. This is also a medium to conscientize and I don't know what the word, scientize. Oh, wow. People, I'm sure you're going to say sanitize, especially the youth. Jeffrey Jefferson Quaino sending this in from Achim Kwabeng says, for good or bad reasons, social media has come to stay, and it is the fastest and easy way to organize demo. Many are those who joined the demo through social media. Remember the Arab uprising of Flagstaff House started from there. Marian, I like your art, especially your long hair. Okay, Jefferson, thank you so very much. I appreciate your compliment. Atagre Gilbert Asylum sending us in from Bogotanga. Social media has not performed that bad. The only problem is that some of the issues are often overhyped. That's what you're thinking. All the same, we don't need to overpraise them, because if we do so, degeneration would take place. Abdullahi Abdul Razak from Tamale, indeed, the social media has played a major role in informing and educating the public. But with regards to yesterday's demo, many people through the social media were able to express their concerns about the current economic woes. Michael Obing says, I didn't even see it. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about there, but perhaps that's an answer to a specific question. Christian Salvo, good evening, Marian. Well, what we are discussing today is very crucial. I personally think that the social media is very key and vital as we are now in the global village, because on these days you can sit in everywhere and communicate and any issue with your friends across the globe, especially with the key ones like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, WhatsApp, and Instagram, and others. So if you post any issue on the platform to get people instantly. I'm sure that's what you're trying to say there. And in our next video blog, we're asking you if you even received any message at all about the demonstration. You know, WhatsApp has become very widespread in this country. You would have over 1 billion people worldwide are using WhatsApp, and it's free, of course, so you can communicate without even paying for it. Did you receive any message on WhatsApp asking you to join the demonstration? Did your friends share messages on WhatsApp and other media tools, social media tools with you? Let's take our next video blog.
I saw it on Facebook, you know, where I saw it, I mean, the day and the date that the demonstration will go on, and after the demonstration to even today, I saw a couple of pictures, I mean, over the regions.
I was receiving some sort of messages and some funny videos through WhatsApp and all that. So it was all good, since it came out to be effective to inform the government about what is going on and how crises are being increased and all that. Yeah. So it's cool.
Yeah, I had WhatsApp messages about the demonstration and the pictures that they took and the placard that they were holding, what they want to communicate to the government. We had those messages and the pictures too.
So on my page on Facebook, I had several pictures, especially with the recent one that was held by the TVs.
Let's do some more comments before we take our final video blog. Prince Max says, well, social media is a good medium that promotes info of the voices of the weak to authorities. And so you think social media is a really good thing. Emmanuel Clark, I don't think media have problem with this. Okay. Akolgo Godson, oh, Ghana, I think so. It should be. Okay. Bonti Benjamin, Kim Obuakwa, any innovative tool is an energizer for change. Bring back Ghana. Okay. Amankwa Richard, that's okay. Daniel says, yes, this is the way, a way in the right direction, especially when we are all active on social media, and there must be regular updates on issues of national concern. Mbo has already sent one, so I'm going to pass on and go to someone else. Nelson says social media is a positive medium to carry out a movement, but it should have its limits because it can either make a nation or break a nation. Besides, it played a negative role in the Arab Spring. Final comment, and we'll take our final video blog. Godwin is sending this in from Boko, and you said the social media should be commended for a good job done. Our grievances are being forwarded by media to a big thanks to Joy. Okay, I mean social media, not just media, but yes, JN Interactive is actually using your power of social media to amplify what you're saying. So thank you also for being there. In our final video blog, we're asking whether you actually felt the impact of this demonstration at all. Did you feel it? Did you not feel it on social media? Let's take our final video blog.
Yeah, it was like I was even there because the way the people were doing it is like I'm also part because I felt the impact and the feeling of the people, the needs and grievances, the way they were in fact seeking for their needs. It's like I also needed the same thing because it's all affecting the whole country. So since I wasn't there and they were able to do it, it's like I'm also part of them, and it's a good thing they did.
You know, I mean, friends and other colleagues are sending information through WhatsApp, through Facebook. So whilst we are not there, even the message as it comes, you have a feel of it. You even wish you were even there. But through the messages and things, I mean, you can see that the demonstration is really going on well now.
Yeah, I felt it, but it is though the country was very quiet a bit because when it comes to work, most people were not working just because of the demonstration. Many people were in town joining. They can do. For me, I didn't join them anyway, but it was okay.
So I felt part because I was updated on my page on Facebook. So I felt part, just that I wasn't present at the place.
Welcome back, and okay, let's take some final comments before we wrap the show up today. Steve will join me in a few minutes, and then we can end this Friday's edition of JN Interactive. And Anafo Rogers is saying, yes, of course, no, it was not part of the demonstration yesterday. Friends on social media gave me up to speed, brought you up to speed, you want to say, with what was happening on the demo grounds, and I even felt it more than those who were there. One weekend, Marianne, relax, but don't go to Ada. Okay, I'll be here in Accra. Thank you for the advice. Jeffrey Jefferson, whether we like it or not, social media has come to stay good and for good and bad reasons. Okay, I think I read this. You've reposted it. Roland Arnold says, yes, 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 I support it. Debbie says, is this Ghana or the then Gold Coast for us? This is Ghana. GH, baby. And Nwakpo says, imagine how this world will have been without social media. I know, we'd all be stuck in our own little corners, in our own little minds, perhaps reading just books and stuff. Now you can read books even on your iPad. How fantastic. Oting says, truly, I felt the vibe of the demonstration on social media. Indeed, it is now a powerful tool for mobilizing people for nationwide activities. Final comment. Steve is back. We end the show together. Mohammed says, if not the best, then it should be considered as one of the best, but very dangerous too. Almost all the Arab Spring were initiated through social media. Well, like everything else, there's the good and the bad. Even magnets have positive and negatives. Batteries have positive and negatives to charge. So yes, it is indeed true, and that's where we drop the curtains on today's show. Steve is back. We can wrap up the show together. And why are you laughing?
All these magnet things
you're
bringing in. Magnets what? Am I a magnet? Give me a break. You know, actually, people have been stalking me on Facebook. So I'm off Facebook. Can you imagine? Can you understand how free I am?
I will talk about mine.
Yeah. I've been stalking you. When you put a picture, then I click like or whatever. Oh, unbelievable. My name is Stephen Ente. It's been a great week hanging out with you.
My name is Marianne Toure. Enjoy the rest of our programs. You can catch a repeat of this show 10:30 p.m. Don't miss it. Have a fabulous weekend.
And join us again on Monday.
Bye-bye.